Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to nerd fight!
Step into the ring, it's time to brawl. Nerd fights, baby, we're geeking for all. Marvel, DC, Trek, and more.
Fire.
Pop culture battles, settle the score. Nerd fights, let's get loud. Nerd fights, yeah, for the geeky crowd. Nerd fights, hey, it's time to throw down. Bring your fandom, it's the hottest showdown. Who's got the takes? Who's got the heat? Mr. Know-It-All and Salty can't be beat.
That means only one thing. It's time to fight.
Beat drops out with the final shot.
Nerd fights.
Let's fight!
What's up, everybody? What's happening? Welcome to Nerd Fights. I am your host, Mr. Know-It-All, and joining me, of course, is the captain of this starship who has apparently been taken over by a salt monster, Salty Trekker. Sir, how are you?
No, I just took off the filter I usually use so people can see what I actually look like.
You know, that makes so much sense. I actually believe that. I 100% believe that. But hey, guys, guess what? Joining us tonight, making his debut in the ring, we have my good buddy Gonzo. What's up? What's up, brother?
What's up? Woo!
All the good stuff. Totally. No, for real. How are you?
Good. Doing great.
I know you've watched. I'm good. I know you've watched the show, right?
Yes,
You've
I've
our
watched
show
it
before.
a couple times. Yes.
All right. Well, the way the show works on Wednesdays is we come with a suite of things to discuss. Chief among them is going to be tonight. We're going to be talking about, of course, the new Andor trailer that dropped, Andor Season 2. I have a feeling Salty has something to say about it. We're also going to talk about some very interesting news that has dropped in the world of film and television, and that is Kathleen Kennedy potentially leaving finally, again, for the however many time that particular announcement has been going on. Yeah. And then, of course, Amazon MGM dropped their very first look at He-Man amidst all the fun and excitement of their other fantasy stuff. So, again, just some stuff happening in the world of news as we know it today. So, how's everybody else doing? What's going on with you, sir, this week? Salty, that's you, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you said everybody else, and so there's
I
more
always
than
ask
one.
you.
So I figured maybe, you just wanted to pick on me. So now I feel like I'm the diversity hire today. What's going on?
Nice. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I'm feeling a little out of place here. This.
That's right. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Robert says, hello there. Tonight, Salty Trekker with Know-It-All. So I saw the trailer the other day for the new Cheech and Chong movie. Y'all gonna go see it? You know what? I may.
There's a new Cheech and Chong movie, really?
I didn't see the trailer yet.
What's the name of the movie? 1 Foot in the Grave?
I saw the thumbnail for the trailer. And it's literally them in a blue what's the old that old lowrider type car. So yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm so
El Camino
Rider type car.
Yeah, I was born. I was born.
El Camino.
Are you talking about the car that's like got a station wagon frame, but it looks like a pickup truck?
No, it's
that's
like
an El Camino.
It's got like with the spiky tail fins and stuff. I don't know.
The Coupe de Ville.
Yeah. It's called. Is it really called The Last Ride? Oh, I guess Stanley says it's part. Okay, Stanley says it is part documentary. So
if it is, I'm sure it's a documentary.
He says it is not. Stanley says it is not an El Camino. Right on.
Right. Well, because somebody knows what an El Camino is.
Alex Bogey says, thought Harold and Kumar was the Cheech and Chong remake.
You know, you're going to hate me, but I've never seen any of the Harold and Kumar movies, nor have I seen any of the Cheech and Chong movies.
Yeah, no. I've seen Up in Smoke
from them here and there.
Same. No, same. Up in Smoke's been on enough around me that I've caught it. Like, I know what it's about. Yeah. But no, I have not actually sat down to watch
about
those
a couple
ever.
of Mexican dudes that really like pot.
Creep says they're still parked in the middle of the highway from the last movie. That's awesome. Oh my God, it's real. Okay,
Stan,
so
yes, I've heard Dave's not here.
Which Dave?
Yeah. Dave's not
here.
Yeah,
Dave's not here.
Yeah.
I hate you guys so much. How did I not understand that thing? Yeah. Oh my God. All right, so have you guys caught the new? Did you guys catch the new trailer?
Obviously, no. I didn't even know there was a Cheech and Chong's movie.
Oh my God, it's crazy. What about okay? Then let's try to get back on topic. What about the Andor trailer?
Now, I will say I
didn't see the Andor trailer.
I like
either.
Chong's daughter.
No, I didn't see it.
I don't even know what that means.
What?
I understand. It sounds like you're expressing an appreciation for Chong's daughter.
Well, Google understood me.
Wow, Salty.
Yes, I was expressing an appreciation for Chong's daughter.
Okay. The multi-gunman says, I'm a big fan of Cheech and Chong. Right on, bro. Right on. Oh, Stanley says it was a He-Man trailer. There's not a He-Man trailer.
No, it's an image.
No.
Amidst all of the hoopla of the Wheel of Time going insane, which, by the way, one of the highest rated videos I've got on my channel right now, which is utterly amazing to me. And it's the this fantasy series. So all of a sudden, Amazon's like, quick, show everybody we make more fantasy stuff. And they brought out an image because they started filming like last week. And so the main actor, the kid who's playing He-Man, what's his name, Nicholas Gazeltine, he's literally has bulked up to monstrous proportions, and I'm like, this dude's got to be on steroids. I'm like, there's something else going on right now. Anybody have a chance to see that picture?
Either that or it's AI.
Well, you sent me the picture. I've seen it.
Right on. So at the very least, one thing I'm happy about is I feel like the sword looks pretty darn close.
Yes, the sword looks very close.
Looks accurate to the
I appreciate that.
So, yeah.
I mean, I feel like somebody was like, yeah, see that toy on the shelf? Do that.
That's it. Yes,
But real.
exactly.
Which makes me happy because the Dolph Lundgren sword did not look anything like the He-Man sword. It looked like a really weird, like Geiger interpretation of a He-Man sword.
Oh, from the Dolph Lundgren one?
Yes.
Yeah. Creep says the
terrible.
Gonzo dude won't shut up and won't let the other two talk.
Am I over talking everyone?
No, he literally means that you're not talking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Creep is
Hey
a
man,
creep.
let me tell you something. These
Nice.
two guys love to hear themselves talk. So whenever
That
I
is
run
true.
out of words, I just step back. And I often run out of words.
But yeah, well, so just since you didn't right over the head, when I was saying an appreciation for his daughter, I was talking about Ray Don Chong.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
That is his daughter. Which, by the way,
yeah.
Christina Chong is in no way, shape, or form related to him.
Can I tell you? I honestly thought she might be.
Yeah, and but you know what's amazing about Christina Chong? You've seen her, like she was at the con we went to, right?
Yeah. She plays Lon Noonien
Singh
on Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
For those of you playing at home and our new guest.
Yeah. So picture her in your head right now. Okay. She is 41 years old.
What? No way, bro. That is insanity.
Yeah.
She looks like she's 12.
I know.
I mean,
that's the thing.
exaggerating,
It
but,
looks like
she
she
looks
probably,
very-
I would guess she was in her 20s if
For
you were
real,
just
bro.
ask me. And so, yeah, that's mind blowing. But yeah, so as far as famous Chongs, I would say she's probably, the second for me, well, third after Ray Don and Tommy. So
No, for real.
41.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so just I don't know what to do right now because I thought you'd seen. You have. I can't believe you haven't seen it. You
I
haven't
thought
seen
we
the
were
trailer.
going to watch it on here.
No, we don't. We can't. They'll turn off the video. They'll stop. We
Even
found
if you
that's
pause
a
it in
problem.
between.
especially when it's playing.
You pause it.
Are you
and
talking
talk
about the
it.
Andor trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Andor trailer has copyrighted rock music in it.
Like
so
hard
there's no
core.
way we can play that.
Yeah, that's why. But anyway, so the trailer featured.
I'll watch it right
Gonzo,
now.
Here's what you
The
got.
trailer featured Steve Earle's Revolution
I'm-
starts now.
Yeah,
That's why.
So Gonzo, mute your microphone and in a
out-
separate browser, bring up the trailer.
Go
right
watch.
now.
Yeah. I'm about to do it right now.
We're gonna watch real time.
We're just gonna watch your face and see if we can.
Hang
guess
on,
what-
hang on. Let's see if I can. Hang on a second. Let's see.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go, bro. There you go. It's all you now, man. This is fascinating right now, by the way.
And he's muted, so we can't hear him. Right?
True. So he just knows that he's like, how long are they going to keep me on the screen so huge? You know what I should have done? I should have done this. Hold that thought. Let me put him here. There we go. That's
You're
better.
gonna put some. You put some text.
There you go.
Put some text on the screen pointing at him, saying, "What an idiot! Can't believe
Oh my
he didn't do
God.
show prep."
Some YouTube. Alex Bogey points out some YouTube video that says Andor solves Star Wars drone problem. I wonder which one they could have meant. I'm like, he's like legit watching it right now, isn't he? Oh my, are we reacting to a reaction?
Yes, we are reacting. We're reacting to a reaction. So he's liking it. It looks like.
Oh my god, drone or droid? I don't know.
He's not the most animated reactor.
That's okay. That's why he doesn't do the reaction videos with me. Seriously, my wife's the one who did the one for Wheel of Time, and you should see her and I both at one point were like, oh, like we had such an. And I told my wife, I said, you realize that people fake these kind of reactions all the time, but like what I love is it's so real and genuine from her. So yeah, it makes me very happy. Whereas this is exactly what you would get if he was doing reactions with me. He'd be biting his upper lip, watching the thing. Oh my god! I'm giving color commentary right now to this. This is brilliant.
Just waiting for him. Yeah. No pressure.
No, we're good.
Notice he looks kind of like if Lawrence Fishburne grew a beard. I think this is what we would get.
Oh my god! That's right, totally. So, Larry, what did you think?
To the desert
of the real.
Did
you watch it?
Bro, this was great. I can't wait to see it now.
Right on. Very cool.
That was a very good, exciting trailer.
Lots by the way, the chat is running away. The chat is running away with Kathleen Kennedy news, and we're going to get there. We're going to talk about.
Yeah, we are going to talk about Kathleen Kennedy,
dude. We promise.
What are you doing right now?
We're having a celebration.
I have you. Go ahead. What are you doing, Salty?
I'm now. If people that actually follow my channel have already seen this, so you clearly have not.
Him or me?
You.
I saw it. I've seen this.
You saw what I posted last week?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, I don't know. So I was going to put not the introduction part, but just the actual trailer part.
Go for it.
All right. So if we add that. Okay, so let's skip ahead to.
I'll get
now you got me confused. All right,
there you go.
I was trying to adjust things here. All right.
It's your own video. You can't exactly get demonetized from your own.
Yeah. This one we can't get demonetized for. I'm just trying to get it to the right part. Okay.
Oh, I got you.
You mean we could have watched this trailer live?
No.
We can watch this trailer live.
Not the trailer.
Yeah. This is my opinion. I was trying to post my opinion of the Star Wars trailer, so I figured, well, this basically fixes Star Wars, and here's how. You ready?
Yeah, do it.
Yahoo! Look at the size of that thing.
I don't care what you smell.
Look at that speed. Will you be able to pull out in time?
Didn't go in. You're all clear, kid. Now on the bullet tank.
You can nothing. You're braver than I thought.
Nice. Come on.
Sorry about the mess.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we met a whiny little brat who farmed moisture every day.
Pick up some power converters.
He bought some slaves, the Empire killed his aunt and uncle, what a pity.
Really? He's gonna blur them out.
An old man to see some scum and villainy in the city.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
They went to space, Obi-Wan felt sick. The death of Alderaan took a hefty toll. Then they went to the Death Star to rescue the girl with hair that is a cinnamon roll. After 3 great movies that supplied a whole lot of fun, we got to see a disabled senior citizen killed by his son. Star Wars, isn't it great? The movies were good until we got to episode 8.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's the best.
That's the corrected Star Wars trailer there.
Right oh my god, that's great.
That was great. I actually thoroughly.
I move for a vote of no confidence.
That's right. Salty's avatar mouth looks like an angry flashlight. It totally does look like an angry flashlight. Oh my gosh! Did you see the crazy? Dude, what was that? It's disturbing when you animated the whole thing.
Oh, when I actually made the whole thing animated with that.
It was super disturbing. It looked all like undulating and like it was not. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, that was weird.
No crepe down, boy, down. Creeps being weird in the chat.
That's only if it's a female salt vampire.
That's right.
But all right, so Andor trailer.
Bro,
so obviously, huh?
Andor. It's the Andor.
So
trailer.
Gonzo, you obviously liked it.
Yes, I liked the trailer for the actual 1 minute and 35 seconds that I was able to watch it. And
that's all it is.
Jam packed with a bunch of imagery that I would love to take apart.
Unpack. No, for real. There's a lot of good visuals, that's for sure. So you don't know, and we'll go ahead. We can talk about it. So Salty has a very interesting take, and I know where he's trying to go with it, but sometimes it's an awkward take. Why don't you tell him your take on Andor season 1?
Oh, on season 1? Okay, so I first of all, let me say this for the record. Of the Disney Plus Star Wars shows, it's probably the single best written, produced, and acted show of the entire bunch. Right?
He's buttering you up, by the way. This is as good as it gets. He's buttering you up.
I just want to make sure nobody misunderstand that I am not.
I'm just going to come out and say I haven't seen the whole season.
The quality of the show.
He hasn't seen the whole season. We haven't seen the whole season. How many?
I haven't seen the whole season.
What have you seen?
Don't worry. As long as you've gotten like more than halfway through it,
more than halfway through it. Okay, cool.
So, all right. So here's my problem.
You get the gist. Obviously, if there's a season 2, he survives. Moving on.
Yeah. So my problem with Andor season 1 is it completely takes a massive dump on Star Wars lore and legitimizes the Empire.
I see, and I don't see it that way, but I go on, continue.
So if you pay attention to what actually happens in the show, we see that Luthen and what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name now. I remembered his name, but not Luthen's when I was talking about this before.
Brain fart.
You're not talking about Stellan Skarsgård, right? No,
Forrest Whitaker's character.
Forrest. Oh yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
the one who talks like this with the hair on good weird sleeps. Yeah.
So those two are literally terrorists that intentionally, knowingly cause the Empire to become the evil tyrannical force that it will become, only to recruit people for their anti-Empire group, which becomes the rebellion.
You are
and that is in the show. You can't deny it, Mr.
That is not. No, it is not in any way, shape, or form. No,
I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that.
No, you actually can, because there's more like the first 3 episodes. So it's the whole conversation Luthen has on the catwalk where he has to explain to some guy the level to which they have had to go. I know, but I'm saying that's like the epitome. That's like the cherry on top of the whole thing, because he basically admits that's where Salty's pulling the whole, and they admit it in the show. That whole nonsense. Okay, that's
no. Well, and it's also the fact that Luthen and
it's a trap
and Forrest Gump.
It's a trap.
But they when they meet at Forrest Whitaker's base, and they intentionally are plotting to provoke the Empire. That is their stated goal. And so so prior to the show Andor, now keep in mind, I understand that if you look at the movies, yes, Emperor Palpatine is clearly evil, he kills all the Jedi, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the lore that's been created around Andor, prior to the events of Andor season 1, people who lived in the Empire were generally happy. Were generally free.
Were generally nothing like that at all. That is complete conjecture. That is literally not.
No, that's basically what we see on screen.
No. Well, no, you're conflagrating. No, bro, you can't be.
You're reaching.
You're making all kinds of stuff.
That is
Here's the thing. Look, nobody was happy. Nobody was happy. However, they were in a place of almost like depressed apathy. Basically, they were us the last 4 years. Okay. So at the end of the day, like it was this weird kind of apathy that has grown into like, oh, well, this is the way things are. I don't know what we're going to do. And that was the problem that Luthen and Dude wanted to, they realized the people would never rise up if there was nothing to cause them or provoke them. He literally on the catwalk has that. Hold on a second. Hold on. We need to be. Let me do this right. Unfortunately, because Jason's a guest here, I can't do the sound effect.
Children.
At the very least, I can give us this. No, this is literally the name of the game.
Children.
Okay. So listen.
Children.
You haven't seen this. Hold on a second. So the thing is, he literally talks about that's the whole premise that opens that conversation on the catwalk. It's literally what it's about. Are you finding it? Because I don't like when you sit here and don't talk.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
He's trying to present.
I want to have evidence. I don't want to, face this. Let's see.
The Trek reviewer says, if this is Forrest Gump, does that make Mr. Know-It-All equal Bubba and Salty Lieutenant Dan? First off, I think I'm probably more Lieutenant Dan than this sorry bastard. So, okay, look. Who would you see yourself as, sir?
What, of those three?
Yeah.
I think Lieutenant Dan was grumpy. That's me.
That's totally you.
Andy was white.
Wow. We're just going. Here we go.
Hey, no. See, look at that.
So I'm a slut that ends up with AIDS. Thanks.
Wow.
And you pawn off the kid.
And you pawn off the kid. That's awesome.
You make it sound like I'm not saying the truth.
No, you dude, bro. You're not. You are very much.
Really?
And if you
so Jenny's not a slut.
No, Jenny is a slut. Talk about Andor.
Whoa,
Andor, bro. What are we talking about?
Easy.
To all the Jennies in the audience.
I'm slut shaming poor Jenny Gump.
Yeah, totally. Jeez.
You know what's amazing is Forrest Kid wasn't born with AIDS.
Yeah, totally. He might have been. Who knows?
Well, in the books, he's not.
I'm totally. Everyone's like, "What did he just say? Did he just say he might be born with it?" Yeah, that's what I said.
By the way, and I wish they would have done it. There is a sequel book, and in the
yes, I've heard this.
And in the sequel book, he causes the Iran-Contra scandal.
I hate you so much.
So
good. Can we get back on task here?
Yes.
Let's talk about.
He was trying to prove you wrong, but he failed.
No, I just wanted to. No, because the thing is
terribly failed.
But at the end of the day, so I feel like I really liked the concepts. Like Mandalorian did it also. Mandalorian showed guys who were part of the Empire who literally were just guys doing their job, or who at the beginning thought they were. It's a very early Nazi Germany story like that. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know. They took over. We don't understand. We figured they saved us from the Jedi. Who knows? Planet X says Lieutenant Dan knows the difference between force and charity. Thank you very much, sir, for your what is that? What's that called? A shout out? No, He's like, you're giving the money to the wrong person. No, he did the online tip. Thank you guys. As always, it's their money. I love Planet X, and I have lore also, by the way. When I first showed up, I was trying a little too hard to keep us on task all the time, and we weren't really talking to the chat hardly ever. And Planet X called me out right in the right way. And then afterwards, Salty, I was like, pick my headphones off. What the hell's going on, man? And Salty's like, bro. I talk to my audience all the time. And I was like, okay, fine. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And so now I've learned the deal, and we have a really good time now. So, yeah, he goes, Planet X goes, unlike Salty Trekker.
Wow, Planet X.
See how fast now he's on my side. Planet X came to my side. He and we have a meet cute, me and Planet X, okay?
Well, the thing is that Planet X,
Oh God. Okay, now.
Oh no, here we go.
This is Creep trying to jump you in. Go ahead, read it.
Gonzo. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, who does Gonzo think would win in a fight? Thanos or Bugs Bunny? Bro, Bugs Bunny all day.
Why? Tell me why. Say
Bugs
nothing. No one say anything.
Dude.
I want to know his reasoning right now.
Dude, he would kill him mentally before he does anything physically to him. He would make Thanos want to kill himself. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, we're not that paranoid.
You're good. No, you're good. Yeah, we're fine. Bugs Bunny. All right, so that's your reasoning is because he would just drive him crazy? It's good.
Off
it's
the
good,
top
man.
of my head.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fair. Salty took the position that he's...
I think Thanos wins.
Yeah, he thinks Thanos wins. I took the position.
He would find a way not to make the finger snap. You know, he'd steal it from himself.
Every time he went to snap his finger, it would be like something.
He would think of something. Yeah.
That's funny. That's very funny. Hey, by the way, Creep says Gonzo checks out. He's in.
Word. No. Well, Gonzo can be wrong. That's all right.
Oh,
it's all good. No, you're good.
Painful. It's painful.
Well, I'm just saying you're wrong.
That's all right.
Oh my God! So, by the way, that was what happened. So this guy on Twitter, we were having X, whatever. We were having this disagreement, and he proceeds to, on his profile it says, "I'm only on. Here's my Blue Sky account. I'm only on this platform to debate people." And I was like, "Okay, cool, bet." So he says something ignorant about comic books. I proceed to school him through a thread of about 8 with links, everything. I went deep. You know what his response was at the very end? "You're wrong." I was like, "Bro, what kind of debate is this? Get back over to Blue Sky. Get back over to Blue Sky."
No. It worked. No. It worked with Trump. You got to say you're wrong.
Oh God,
wrong. That's the way it's gotta be.
Hold on. Planet X says forcing people to do things at the barrel of a gun is totally acceptable as long as Salty thinks it's for a good cause. I believe I've missed context. I think there may have been an earlier comment I missed because I feel like.
Yeah. Remember, I told you.
Is this still the tax thing?
Yes, that's what he's talking about. He won't let that go.
He has Salty has. Tell him about your other channel. Tell him the story. Please give him the lore because I feel like we're going to spend half this show bringing guns up to speed.
So just so you know, Guns, I have 2 other channels, right? I have the Salty Plus channel where I talk about stuff like nerdy stuff, and then I have the Exposed channel where we talk about like theology and politics and stuff like that. And on the Exposed channel, Planet X kept bringing up this idea. He asked the simple question. I don't know if you know anything about the Bible or anything like that because I don't know where you come from. I've never talked to you before today.
Fine. Yeah, this is really our first time talking.
Yes. So the initial question was, does Jesus endorse thievery or theft and coercion and basically, more or less, it's mainly theft. I don't remember exactly how he phrased it. He'll probably put it in the chat. But
I'm not going to answer that question on here.
Hold on. Just so you're aware. So last week, he asks innocently. So Salty's telling me the story of the previous week, what happened.
And he asked the question.
He asked the question very innocently. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't, I mean, and I was like, I don't know. And I started trying to give answer. Dude, this channel, like the chat was like, went from slow to everybody wanted to chime in on this bad boy. I was like, okay, what just happened?
Right.
Yeah. I was so freaked out.
So I said, of course, Jesus does not support theft because Jesus believes that in the 10 Commandments, and thou shalt not steal is one of the 10 Commandments. However, then he says, but you say Jesus believes in taxes. And I said, well, yes, Jesus says to pay your taxes. And I actually looked up the Bible verses and read to him.
Oh, right, because Jesus supports tax and taxes are theft. Right, that was right. That's the premise that Planet X proceeded to go by. Oh, hold on. I prefer to go to the horse's mouth. Planet X says, here's the lore. Salty thinks it's good to force people to do things via force because he calls it a tax. Jesus totally wants people. By the way, I'm adding the inflection because I feel like that's the inflection that Planet X deserves.
Okay. Yes,
Jesus totally wants people to threaten other people at the barrel of a gun because he likes it.
Yeah, so that's what Planet X believes my position.
I love that. You got Salty smiling too, bro.
So this is like if you were to ask, if you were to ask a Democrat to describe a Republican's position,
sure,
they would say something like, "Well, they believe that we should force women to die trying to give birth."
Right, it's some hardcore. They immediately go to the most extreme version of the thing. I got it.
Right.
I got it.
Where if you ask a Republican about the Democrat, they're going to say they want to slaughter innocent children.
Welcome to our fun-loving nerd show.
Yeah, and the truth is, there's nuance to both sides. But we won't have a mature conversation on these kinds of subjects.
Sure.
Just like how
kind of
Mr. Know-It-All
restrained
refuses to
'cause I
accept
could
the
just-
fact that Andor endorses terrorism if you're to take it that Andor
So
is the hero.
no, hold on. So real quick, Stanley says, and I'll go back. It never goes this way. Usually, the religion stream turns into a sci-fi discussion.
That is actually true. Yes,
it never goes the opposite way.
I believe it.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if you don't believe that, so Andor is a double murderer, and at least a single. I mean, the one dude he
for sure.
shoots
He
in
is.
cold blood.
Well, hold on, real fast. In support of what you're talking about. You remember in Rogue One, he literally is full of what he's like. We've all done horrible things. We saw him kill the dude
Yes, but that's
getting information from.
problem.
Like we saw all these things, so you build into the character who the character is already, and now we're catching the highlights of what turned him into that.
This is why I don't like Andor the character at all. I didn't like him in Rogue One, and I don't like him here because the same thing in Rogue One. Like if you put Luke or Han or anybody else in that same situation, it's like, oh no, the stormtroopers are coming and you've hurt your leg, so you can't climb the wall. So one of a couple things is going to happen. Either you're going to figure out a way to get that person over the wall, or you're going to stand up and fight the stormtroopers. You're not going to say, well, too bad for you, bam. No. That's not. That's not.
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, you think Luke would just
Whatever,
whip out
dude.
the
All I'm
lightsaber.
saying is, I don't know, man. All I'm like, there's a look. They're gonna catch somebody, and it's not gonna be me, dog.
And around the corner, you can hear Palpatine going, "Do it."
Absolutely not. No, I do not endorse this.
I do not endorse. Hold on, creep me like double tap.
Double tap.
I feel like that's creeps in the corner. He's just like double tap. Like, damn, bro. Creeps is hardcore.
That's right.
Hold on. Stan Lee goes, the injured person would say, go on without me. I'll buy you something. God bless it. Okay, look, Planet X dropping a.
You are not supposed to give him money.
When Jesus says turn the other cheek, does he condone violence? Yes.
No, he condones non-resistance. He does not condone. He doesn't say kick their ass. He said turn the other cheek.
He does say, but I don't think you should take that literally.
Wait, he says kick their ass?
Why are you feeding this?
That must be in Second Opinions.
This is Second Opinions. Oh my God, bro. I can't. Y'all are killing me, man. It's too much. Hold on. And he set a thermal detonator when the bad guys got close.
But you see, that at least would be heroic. Right? Like if the other guy said, give me a thermal detonator, I'll make sure they don't follow you.
No, I feel you. No, but that's not painting the. Here's the thing. I believe 100% you are seeing the character the way they wanted him to be seen. You don't have to like it, but I think that's exactly what it is. I think he's meant to be someone who has clearly felt
he's a terrorist and a thug. Yes,
they're trying to give us the insight. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I understand it as a story tool. Remember, you have two writers now on the thing, who've actually written for like television pitches and stuff. And so I'm with you. And by the way, Jason or Gonzo, he's got the mind and heart of a writer. He does. He could have been in our writer's room all day. That's why I love. Yeah. We've done several of these videos.
I already recognized it.
Those songs he writes, not AI. Yeah. I mess with AI when I do my music.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah,
he's legit. Anyways, all right. So all that being said, I do love hearing. That's why I'm even here. Right. But because I do love having these discussions with him.
That's why you leave me here, really.
That's right. He's like, I like it. No, but no. My view on Andor and the entire series has basically boiled down to I don't have a problem with them trying to say, hey, by the way, there were bystanders on the thing. Not everybody's a jackbooted Nazi. Now that being said, I think what I gleaned from everything was that Luthen and Dude and all them realized very soon the people were going to be stuck in apathy and we would get rolled over and nothing would ever. It was too soon. From when they had taken over, they were like, we have to try to fight back. We have to do something to keep some kind of a beachhead. Otherwise, it's going to be over. Right. Meanwhile, halfway through the series, you find out that they're using prisoner slave labor. So by the way, informing how evil the Empire was. They're not trying to tell us the Empire did nothing wrong. The Empire was actually taking prisoners, telling them, "Oh, we're going to let you go," and then just moving them to a different chain gang. So this way they work.
Keep in mind, guys, this would be like if, let's say, that terrorists start attacking sites within the United States, and so the president of the United States declares martial law, and then they say, "See, the United States was evil because they declared martial law."
The thing is, you're already from the start. You're already comparing the United States to the Empire.
See, I don't think that's.
Because if you look at the structure of the Republic in the prequels, it was clearly based somewhat on the way the United States government is.
Exactly. What do you say? What do you say?
When Planet X says, when Jesus says pay your taxes according to you, does he condone theft or violence or coercion to do so? Yes or no?
Yeah, I ignored him the first time he put it. So
come on!
Oh, I see.
The man paid good money to be here.
I've already had this conversation with Planet X. And that obviously what he says is to pay your damn taxes. That's the end of the discussion.
Hold on. Here's an actual sympathizer. Thomas says, so in U.S. prisons where they make license plates or pick up trash on the side of the road, work release programs and whatnot, does that make us?
They do that right here in Murfreesboro all the time.
Same here.
Yeah.
You do it here too.
Heck no, it doesn't make us evil.
Uh-oh,
we're not the Empire.
Yay.
So you're an Imperial sympathizer.
Planet X is like, yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no.
I simply told you what Jesus said. If you want to think that he endorsed, theft, you go right ahead. That's between you and him.
Wow. Okay.
I think that there
sounds like a conversation that you and Jesus need to have.
Yeah, you really need to talk to Jesus more. So
that's awesome. I was literally going to say, I wish I had the black woman from the movies. You need Jesus. You know what I mean? Awesome. As like just a clip we play every now and again. That would be wonderful.
Well, you know what you also need is B. Arthur from History of the World.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, yes. But anyway, you see,
I'm sorry. Don't worry, Robert. We didn't skip you. Robert says, I sense a great disturbance in the Force. Everything after Return of the Jedi sucks.
If you mean in order
everything
of production, or are you saying chronologically in the universe? Because those are two very different questions.
Damn. I am talking about production. I'm talking about episodes.
Because I will admit I have a soft spot for episode 1 with all its faults.
5, 6,
well, how
7,
many
8, 9.
I like it.
Well, here's my thing.
Which one? Whoa! Which one?
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the rest of the story.
That was after Jedi,
right? But they have nothing to do. They don't have nothing to do with.
Listen. So the prequels.
Listen,
Linda. The prequels had their faults.
Oh my God, that was a social media trend. This little kid, they did saying it. Right, exact same kind of idea. Don't worry, we're here with our dated references. We're fine.
Yeah. I'm old.
Did I do that? No, that's right.
Wow, that's super dated, bro.
Hey.
So, anyways, the prequels.
This whole thing's
were not bad.
They weren't.
I don't care what anyone says. They were not bad. They weren't great, but they were not.
I would say the prequels were bad.
Okay, so I don't think. Oh wow, here we go.
I want to hear it. I know. I just real quick.
Do it.
What? Why were they not bad? Or why were they bad?
No. Why were they bad? You said they were bad.
Right. I think that Anakin was completely mishandled in the prequels. I think that, and I think Qui-Gon was the best character in the prequels, and he dies in the first one. The best villain in the prequels was Darth Maul, and he dies in the first one. Dooku was a waste of space. Palpatine was a waste of space for most of it. Anakin was a whiny bitch, and then all of a sudden, 10 minutes before the end of the series, he becomes Darth Vader. And now and he goes straight
with a hardcore.
All right, time out. Yeah. So the parts where I say it wasn't bad,
sorry for the language,
but it wasn't the greatest. I agree. And those are the parts that don't make it the greatest. Those are the things that hurt the prequels.
Why can't we?
You know what I mean?
It's so weird. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying is the parts that you don't like is the parts I don't like. But you know, all these years later, it's still not bad. You can still show your kids; they'll love it. They won't know anything.
Robert says Anakin at first was too old to train in the Force, but it was okay to train Luke at that age. Okay, stupid.
And it's like, look, Anakin was freaking 9 years old, and they're saying he's too old. Like, what do they need? Fetuses?
No, it's real.
They like, well, we pulled this out of the lady. How's that? Nope, too old. It's a 22 weeks. That is, it's like, no. What is wrong with this? Yeah, no.
So with all this being said, are you gonna be excited to watch Andor?
Who, me or who?
All of you, both of you.
I will watch it, and I will hope for the best. However,
Thomas says, "How dare you disgrace my Lord and Savior?"
Yeah. Just so you know, Thomas does have a thing for Palpatine.
He's very much he's our loyalist in the group. He's the loyalist. Yeah.
But here's the thing: in defense,
he said Count Dooku was a waste of space.
In defense of Thomas Potts, let's be real here. Think about the Star Wars series as a whole.
Sure.
Okay. Palpatine and Vader never said anything about a goal of oppressing the people or anything.
No, never. They wanted to bring order.
They simply wanted peace and order. That's right. All they were after the entire time.
To his republic.
Order in the Empire.
Yeah, to his republic. Remember, they would order. That's what they wanted. Let's be real.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like you have, and to McDermott's credit, I mean, he's great as Palpatine, right? In every movie he's appeared in, even Rise of Skywalker, he's great as Palpatine, right? I just love hearing, the dark side of the Force is the pathway to me. Some people consider unnatural. I just love him, right? He's great. But,
Stanley says, but can they win you back knowing that it leads to the events of Rogue One?
That's the worst part. But I was gonna say, then counter that with and look, no disrespect intended to Hayden Christensen. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm saying that George Lucas is one of the worst directors in history, and which is true. I'm sorry. It's just
he's not the worst.
And he's like, I will bring peace in order to my new empire. It's like what?
The Trek reviewer coming in with the shots fired. I always thought Thomas Potts was strange.
Little eyes.
But as far as Andor season 2, will I watch it? Absolutely. Am I hoping it's good? Absolutely. However, if it continues the we're going to be terrorists for the greater good, I'm not going to be thrilled about it, but I'll still watch it.
No, because he would much prefer people just sat there underneath the jackbootedness in the hopes that maybe, I don't know, legislation will bail us out. I don't know, maybe goodwill of the Empire.
That didn't work in the prequels.
That
didn't work in the prequels with legislation. It didn't work.
Hold on. Alex Bogey, sorry, I missed it. Should Disney offer a public apology to all the Star Wars fans for Kathleen Kennedy forcing political agenda down the throat of fans? Guys,
yes.
Let's have a conversation about Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes,
it will never happen.
Yes, no, that's not the question though. The question is should.
Should.
That's the question. It starts with should.
I'm going to say no. I don't think they should.
I have to agree.
Why not?
I believe they should, but why not? Yeah,
that was painful. All of those freaking things was painful.
Look, I'm not Okay, actually,
how are you going to fix it? You're not going to fix it. It's going to be so bad to fix.
Gonzo, take a pill for a second. Let me get a.
Hey.
Star Wars is Oh, don't get me started now. Thomas will get mad. All right, so. First of all, not everything under the reign of Kathleen Kennedy was awful, right?
I'm afraid I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to check the tape.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
I would say Force Awakens I thought was a promising start, but unfortunately The Last Jedi completely ruined it.
Well, okay, I will agree with that. I will agree with that.
Okay.
I thought Force Awakens had
most
I was
people,
okay with the nostalgia bait of it. I was okay with
most people think that Rogue One was a good movie. Now I felt it was completely unnecessary.
It was totally it was a filler movie.
But but no offense, that's like half the war movies we watch. We get how this goes down. You're not telling me anything different, but what we're seeing is a different particular angle. It's honestly, this is the We Were Brothers, the Band of Brothers, that movie Mel Gibson did about the opening skirmish that opened up Vietnam. That felt like a win, and then we went into Vietnam. Okay, it was literally the only time that we ever did anything that happened good or positive in Vietnam in terms of us winning anything, and then it all went to crap. That's what Rogue One is.
But
Rogue One is the sacrifice.
We're talking about
because
here's the thing about Rogue One. Rogue One is a 2-hour movie based on a sentence of text from the first Star Wars movie.
That's true,
and it's not like you don't know exactly how it's going to end.
Creep says the apology needs to be a good movie.
Right, I agree with you there, Creep.
Yes,
I
agree.
But here's the thing. So I think Force Awakens was a good movie. Wasn't great, but it was a good movie. Could have launched a great trilogy, but of course Rian Johnson had other plans.
Shots fired against by the Trek reviewer. He says Star Wars is a dime store version of Star Trek.
You know what, Trek reviewer? You know I love Star Trek first, but at the same time, I will disagree with that wholeheartedly. Star Wars and Star Trek are two completely different.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah, they are, man.
Real quick, Thomas Potts comes in with, when is this Bothans movie coming?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Star Wars Bothans, Bothans, a Star Wars story, where we're going to find out how they died getting the second Death Star plans. And it's going to end exactly like Rogue One.
I can see that.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go.
But
my gosh! So have you heard? Did you guys hear since we're having these kind of conversations? Did you guys hear that Mark Hamill apparently has said in the past that Luke Skywalker is gay?
Yeah.
Yes,
when did this stupidity start? Did I miss that? When did that happen?
Dude,
I don't know when he started it, but you know what? This is why I keep telling people to never listen to anything actors, directors, producers, or anybody
their
says.
job is to be on the screen and be the fake character that they're supposed to be, and I could care less what they say,
just
do, or think
dance,
off
monkey.
Of camera.
It says dance, monkey. Oh, by the way, Salty from Planet X coming in. I agree with Salty.
Whoa. You are super
I
chatting.
agree with Salty.
Planet X. You're on my live streams all the time and you're super chatting this loser.
Hang on. I agree with Salty that Rogue One makes the Empire look like the good guy. He agrees with you. Yeah. See? This is an olive branch.
He also thinks that Jesus was the bad guy.
Thank you for the olive branch, Planet X. I appreciate it. Even if Salty doesn't, I forgive you. Don't know for what, but I forgive you. You have found solace from me.
You have found sanctuary with me.
That's right.
But okay, so
really, Stan?
I think that it's hard to argue that the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were bad. Come on, they may not have been epic, but they were good.
No. You're talking about the Mandalorian. Okay, time out. Yes, but see, who was show running that?
It doesn't matter. It's still Kathleen Kennedy's studio.
All right.
Stanley goes, ABJ, yeah, Mr. Know-It-All brought back up.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch. Why do I have the feeling Danny shows up next week?
Yeah, bring Danny in.
And we have a surprise guest. We do a format.
No, the heck with that. I'm going to bring in War Reloaded. You know, that man can fight.
That's awesome.
I do agree. I do agree with Mandalorians. Season 1 and 2.
I think
what happened was when they.
Hang on, go ahead.
I think Ahsoka was good, not great. I think Kenobi was good, not great. Kenobi really drugged through the middle, but I had the most epic ending of any Star Wars show. I had
a hard time getting through the first episode.
Well, that's the problem.
That's
why I said good, not great.
Yeah.
They really
Which one?
The Darth
Kenobi.
Vader Obi-Wan fight at the end of the series.
Oh, I thought that was great.
Oh, that was all right. That was good.
That was one of the best. Made me happy.
That's the best.
I'd skip the whole series and jump to that.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, granted, yes, you could cut Kenobi down to a movie and it would be a lot better.
So they needed to find something to do, so they brought in, for some stupid reason, they brought in Baby Leia. I didn't like that decision.
Yeah, I thought the
Baby Leia was ridiculous.
I figure you could have come up with any of 100 different things that would have worked better in terms of trying to get him off the planet for a minute and then come back.
Honestly,
and then at the very end, having some chick figure out, and I'm like, what's going on? It was just very weird, the whole thing, because it wasn't even his show. Half the show focused on an Inquisitor who wasn't even connected to him,
and we and we know why.
Like I said, this is one of the reasons it's good, not great. I thought it was an awesome ending to a mediocre at best show, but I enjoyed it because I really loved that ending. I think Skeleton Crew was actually way better than I was expecting. And while it's not my cup of tea, I'm not going to say it was bad in any way, shape, or form. It was a good show. It just wasn't a show aimed at me.
No, it was definitely an attempt to kind of create the type of stuff we grew up watching.
Right.
So I thought that was an interesting approach. I'm with you. I found the storytelling to be perfunctory.
So when you actually look at the disasters of the Kathleen Kennedy era, really you have 3 movies, because you have episode 8, episode 9, and Solo. Solo was really just mediocre. It didn't deserve the title that it had. Because
I agree.
And then you had,
whose idea was it to focus on the show on Leia and the Inquisitor chick?
That was dumb.
We all do know.
And then you had Book of Boba Fett, absolute crap.
Okay, hold on. I think there were elements of Book of Boba Fett I liked. Mind you, I do not think
Book of Boba Fett was all right.
2.5.
No, what I'm talking about is I liked seeing, like, to
That's
me,
my
everybody,
angry dog.
A lot of people got upset about the colored Vespa bikes. Now, mind you, I made the same distinction on my review. I was like, oh yeah, so apparently they have, flying Vespas, whatever. But at the same time, it didn't kill canon, or was it like what? But everything happened because this is a fantasy game. You can't have anybody look like anything different. Now, mind you,
that's the one thing I don't like. It's the ones that they messed up that kill the canon.
I hear you.
Well,
and that's the problem. The problem is they did that themselves. The minute
Acolyte.
The minute they showed up on this thing.
Oh, the Acolyte was crap.
Yeah. Acolyte was garbage. I can't.
But it did inspire me to make a really good
Acolyte
song.
was trash.
It's just I believe you. I believe you.
All right, so here's the thing. Here's a question. Melphis Sky
I gotta
asks,
find it now for you.
Who would you want? Hey, here's a question. Melphis Sky asks, who would you want to replace her with when she leaves? Now, there's several stories going on right now. Everybody, of course, is leaning on.
Everyone's talking about Filoni
and Favreau, but at the same time, I've always believed Filoni's heir apparent. He's the guy who trained under George Lucas in terms of storytelling and understanding what George's original vision was. He's about as close as you're going to get to someone who understands the quote unquote founding whatever ethos of the franchise. And so I feel like he's got clearly a view. Then there's this weird camp that's like Kevin Feige, and I'm like, have you been watching Marvel? Leave that man away from this. He's burnt out. He needs to go chill, take a relax, take a couple years off, come back strong doing something else. Personally, I think X-Men is the perfect opportunity for Feige to go retire for a minute.
Yeah, I believe that. So Filoni,
I like Feige running the MCU. I don't want him running Star Wars. He's in his wheelhouse with the MCU.
And with Filoni, I know that he messed up a couple times. With some of the shows, but I think it was his hands are just being tied.
Right.
I mean, that's just an opinion that I have.
No,
but I think it's just because there's these guidelines, that begins with a large D. These guidelines that he had.
Well, no, those were Hollywood guidelines that you would either get like those people. Those were imposed.
I know. And so what I'm saying is that your hands are tied, you can't really be that creative, or be
first off, real
faithful
quick,
to the.
Hold on, that's
faithful to the.
That's a load of crap.
You think so?
Absolutely no. Listen, I absolutely. If I was given a mandate, here's what the cast has to look like, and I would be like, can I still tell the story I want to tell? Mm-hmm. Yes. then I don't care about the cast. Come on, guys.
Okay,
but
see,
the rules are gonna.
right.
We would make.
That's what
Salty and I have done that. We rewrote.
Yeah.
We rewrote Acolyte in one of our videos, and
and
ours
actually,
was.
Acolyte
And ours
would have been great.
kept the themes and core of stuff. We kept the female witches. We kept all kinds of nonsense, and we made it.
I guess the word creativity is not the word I was wanting to use.
No, I hear you.
Well, we do.
Sorry, I just get so mad because I'm like, it was not hard to make this show good.
Right.
No, all you had to do was follow the freaking canon, or all you had to do was. I mean, it's not that hard. But it's really not that hard.
But look at Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew doesn't follow any kind of canon. It makes new stuff up. It invents new stuff. It has cool, diverse leads, and it tells a hell of a story first. So you don't care. So everything works.
But they stay within? But they stay within the universe and the storyline.
They give you new stuff, right? It felt like Star Wars.
It felt like you were still there,
right?
You know what I mean?
Like in the same universe. It's probably the only thing I've seen them do yet that was Star Wars adjacent the way it's supposed to be. Because they failed every other time. Because Ahsoka is not Star Wars adjacent. Ahsoka is just bringing something from the animation forward, and that's fine. And I love Rosario Dawson. I think she's a great actress. I don't necessarily know if she's carrying this thing well enough yet, because half the time her arms are folded and she's leaning back in the background until it's time to whip out both swords and stand in the poses. Same. I like her better in The Mandalorian.
I did. I think she was better in Mandalorian than she was in her solo show, which is too bad.
Yes.
But
it's called bad writing. Bad writing.
Bad writing is bad. You know, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of that. But it's not a Star Wars problem; it's a Hollywood problem.
Hey, Robert. Yeah, they are. The answer is yes. Are they Superman movies supposed to launch an all new DC universe, though? Perhaps eventually leading up to a new Justice League movie. Yes, that is the answer.
Gunn has been very specific that he's working on a 6-year plan to get to a Avengers Endgame level event.
Well, he was given 10 years, but the problem is the first 2 had to be set up and stuff, and then he's now in. We're technically in the 3rd year of him running the thing, so it's going to be a minute. Yeah, so it's 10 years total that him and Safran have been given to make something and make it profitable.
Where the heck is it, man? Right, maybe it's on the Nerd Fights channel.
What are you looking for?
That my Star Wars song.
He wants to show off again.
For real, this guy. Man,
but I can't.
Look at my cool new toys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so real quick though, but who do we agree on? I think that Dave Filoni is the only person who can. I think you have Favreau support him and back him up, and I
think Favreau and Filoni should be a team.
I like what they've been doing with this like group council of directors.
I actually think that Favreau would be a better pick than Filoni.
I do too, to a point, except that he wrote all of the first season of Mandalorian, and then he wrote all the second, and then he helped on the third. And my whole feeling is like, I feel like, was he getting burned out,
or was it just that he didn't have as much input in the 3rd season? I mean, and I understand. I liked the 3rd season. I know most people don't, but I liked it.
I liked it. It was the best out of all 3 of them.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, it was the weakest of the 3, but I still think it was good.
I
at the end of season 3 of Mandalorian, I was like, "Wow, I hope they don't do any more of this crap." You know, I wasn't.
That's
like that.
Hilarious. That's so funny. you're too much, man. Yeah. No, I liked this season personally. I thought there were a lot of cool visual things to look at. And I thought they were wanting to lay the groundwork for Bo-Katan. They had already wrapped up Grogu's story. It was not a bad visually. It's one of the most gorgeous things that I think they've done, because I've watched all these slideshows today, kind of in prep for today's show, and there was so much going on. Now it was, I think, the flattest of some of the seasons, and by that I mean everything felt very rote, and nothing felt very like. Everything else felt like in previous seasons felt.
And
inspired.
You're talking about season 3.
Yeah, this is season 3. The slideshow right now that's up is season 3.
Yes.
And there was a lot of things. They were setting up a lot of things. And it's like, well, I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. So,
I think they were just trying to get to the part where Luke came. And then they'll go, this is it. This is what we're writing on.
Alex Bogey says for $1.99, Mr. Plinkett should be the new head of Star Wars.
Alex.
Do you care to elaborate, Salty?
No.
Do you care to comment?
He's like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, well, granted, we'll get a whole lot more dead hookers in basements.
Wow.
Have you ever watched a Mr. Plinkett review?
Yeah, I'm allowed to still be amazed by your response being so quick.
Well, I'm just accurately citing it.
That's awesome.
You know?
I want the real Doomsday in live action, not one created by Lex Luthor or Darkseid. No, you want one that's created by like a weird alien race that traps him in burial shrouds. I know the story. It's a very weird story.
Well, actually, the original story was that he was Kryptonian.
No, that was never. That was originally he was supposed to be found by Whatcha-Freak.
He was a Kryptonian experiment.
No, that came later. That was the second. Yeah, that's the second part of the.
But I do think.
But they've made that like canon. It's basically canon at this point.
Okay. But you know what I like about Doomsday was in the original storyline, you had no freaking idea.
Agreed. Absolutely.
That was.
And he was
just came. He literally came.
He was just
there.
Yeah. He was just there.
Yeah. And then he proceeded.
Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. Then he immediately proceeded to curb stomp the Justice League, and they're like, "Well, Superman can take him," you know, and.
That's awesome. Well, if Cal can handle it,
yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty good. I love the death of Superman. I think that's the best Superman story I think I've ever read. And I wish they'd let him stay dead. To be honest.
Wow, bro.
I'm not saying that because I hate Superman. I'm saying that because now death has no meaning.
You just, I hear you. Death.
I'm conflicted. Because he makes sense, but at the same time, it's like he can't die. I don't want him to die.
No, for real.
But at the same time, you're right, and he should have stayed dead. I don't know. I'm conflicted on that one.
Stanley asked, did you come up with a dozen variations? Hold on, Gonzo and I actually can answer this very well. I'm sure Salty could too.
Yeah,
we were in the comic book shop,
yes,
waiting on all the various issues of the Return of Superman.
There was a cyborg Superman.
There was cyborg Superman.
There was a Man of Steel. The black dude was.
Don't be dissing Shaquille O'Neal, man.
Oh, why does he kill O'Neal?
I'm Superman.
Man, they really need it. Like if James Gunn does a multiverse thing, they need to get Shaquille O'Neal back as Steel.
I hate you so much with that little stupid open face thing.
Yeah,
he had to have some form of his mouth being able to
have some form of it because I'm Superman.
His armor that looked like he straight up came from the Power Rangers. I'm not even talking about the American Power Rangers. I mean the Japanese Power Rangers. Okay,
come on, you want to see it.
That's terrible. That was a terrible movie.
Yeah, they did. Because I think in the storyline, they were trying to figure out who the real Superman was. They were keeping us guessing or something.
That's real. ABJ says, I have a notion if MCU continues, they will end up changing the entire characters' lives unchanged forever trope of comic books. Because in live, characters have to move on as actors do. I think you are 100% incorrect, ABJ, and here's why. What they're going to learn. They screwed around and they're finding out about Chadwick Boseman dying. They should have just recast him, and everybody's in an uproar about it. Literally, people who were before were like, "Oh my goodness, Chadwick, respect the character." Are like, where the heck is? Why don't we get the real T'Challa? Because now there's a group of people who are like, well, maybe it's just like it's the mantle and it gets moved from one person to the next. People are like, what? No, man, T'Challa was Black Panther.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's what they should have done. So same thing. They're learning that lesson now. When it comes time, we're going to get just some other actors going to step into Iron Man or whoever or whatever other characters they can.
And it's not like they haven't done that in the MCU about 1 million times. And by the way, they always do a little nod to the camera when they do it. You know, yeah, it's me, deal with it, you know. And of course, like the new look, Mr. President, you know, so.
Yeah, they said I had to get rid of the mustache.
Yeah, so that's and so I'm totally the only one they didn't really do a direct wink to the camera with was Banner.
Stanley says that's why they should have just recast just like James Bond.
Exactly. Nobody worries about the fact that Sean Connery doesn't look like Roger Moore and Roger Moore doesn't look like Pierce Brosnan.
They're both handsome white guys. Come on, okay? I mean, it's like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. The only requirement is
they all look the same.
Handsome British white guy.
They all look the same.
You forgot tight lip.
That's right. Just like that.
Really, Planet X? Really?
I'm not seeing his comment.
It's because we didn't put it up yet.
Oh, there it is. I see.
Salty says Jesus supports extortion. He just won't admit it, and he dies on that hill and tries to explain it away. I feel like Planet X is that guy who's outside the room, who every now and again will walk in, crop dust, and walk out.
Yeah,
like, he's just like,
he's like, I think Planet X is an algorithm that every few minutes just puts that in the chat.
For real.
Creep says, and there are a lot of rumors saying that Black Panther is going to be recast for Secret Wars. And of course that's a perfect opportunity to do it because
that's a perfect opportunity. They can get out of jail free card and not have to worry about it for the next 20 years.
Right.
Recast a whole bunch of alternate universe people, move on with life.
Now, what do you think of the rumor that Michael B. Jordan may be up for the role?
Of what?
Of T'Challa.
Of T'Challa.
Oh no, because the only way that would work is if he was
because he was already.
I know he's already Killmonger.
Cousin he was already a relative.
But you know,
that was Kilgore.
Well, first of all, Gonzo, you have to understand the white perspective on it, because if you take all the scars off his chest, he looks like a totally different person.
Because they all look the same.
Exactly. The only defining characteristic about Killmonger was the scars.
That's real.
Who said that?
For real. That's exactly how it goes down. Oh my god.
Okay, so back to Andor real quick. Are they going to be doing, what's this thing that they're going to be doing 3 episodes at a time?
Yeah, so they're going to do, it's going to be 4 weeks, over 4 weeks. Every week, you'll get 3 episode drops. And every episode is going to be about 45 minutes long. So it's a nice 3-hour chunk. Yeah, it's like, and because what it is between every week, 5 years or however many years passes. So by the time you get to the end, technically the last episode, he's supposed to be getting ready to go meet the dude he kills in the alleyway that Salty apparently has so much allegiance to.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
I don't know. Salty thinks the guy was worth saving. I think the guy was expendable because
terrible of me to put value on human life.
In the Star Wars universe, that's only going to get you killed. So good luck. You're good. It's okay. You're good. We'll be over here with the rebellion, sowing the seeds of decision.
The terrorists.
Potato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
Nope, I said potato, tomato.
Wow.
So Moon Knight, they're talking about Moon Knight. Moon Knight is not coming back. They actually had that conversation, and they are not going to bring Moon Knight back, which sucks.
At least not in a Moon Knight.
Actually, I kind of liked Moon Knight.
I did too. Okay, some of the more fantastic Egyptian-y things, I think they went a hair overboard with.
Yes,
but
they did.
I like overall. I like what the actor. I like what's his face is doing. I enjoyed the.
I like Moon Knight.
The Moon Knightiness of him was dope.
I really liked him in Moon Knight, but
yes,
big old. This is a Kim Kardashian butt here. I hated the fact that every freaking action scene was done off screen.
Yeah, that got weak.
That was cheap. I mean,
I can understand
and
that.
it still had a huge budget.
Stanley goes, and it was cheap. They saved lots of money by just cutting away before every fight.
Yeah. But that's the sad thing. It was still an expensive show. How do you make an expensive show where you cut away?
ABJ says, I heard rumor they would make a magical Avengers group with Moon Knight and some others. That's called you're called the Midnight Suns. That's
actually, if you want to go old school, that's the Defenders.
Well, I know, yeah, but right now it's good to Midnight Suns. What they're talking about, it's going to be what's his name, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange potentially, and then,
the Defenders.
Who else was in it? Well, because the Defenders had like Hulk and Wolverine and all kinds of other people in it.
But they also had Doctor Strange and Moon Knight and Ghost Rider. So what was the original one? I don't remember.
Danny. It was the first John. It was not Johnny Blaze. Was it Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch? I think it was Danny Ketch.
Who?
The original Defender.
The original before.
No, the original
Defender.
Which included.
It was Doctor Strange, Hulk, Namor, and Silver Surfer.
What in the hell?
What? That's a weird
combo.
Yeah,
that
very
is
odd.
A weird combo.
That's an odd group. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. That's strange to me. It's odd.
But hey, you
Not
should be
choice.
happy because Namor's Puerto Rican now. So
He's not Puerto Rican. He's like
not Puerto
Argentinian or
Rican.
Brazilian.
He's
literally
he's Mexican.
different
Mexican.
Spanish.
He's a freaking tiny Mexican. That's what he.
No, but what are they? But they're not the Mexicans. They're the Aztecs.
The Mayans.
Right, Mayans. Yes, yeah. That's who he is.
He's a Mayan.
Yeah, sure. He's Puerto Rican.
No, I'm just.
The Defenders. Yeah, we know. I know. Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spidey, Wolverine. Yeah. Stan Lee with Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spidey, and Wolverine. I think they had to save the Fantastic Four. Yes. I had that run. It was Arthur Adams was the artist. It was amazing. Remember, it's got that really cool, like Hulk's jumping on the front and Wolverine's like this, and the hat and his jacket on. I remember that. Yeah, bro. That was good stuff, Stan. Way to go. ABJ points out the Defenders in the MCU are Daredevil, Jessica, Iron Fist, and Invulnerable Guy.
Yes, Invulnerable Guy. That's
also known as Power Man.
Yeah,
whatever.
Invulnerable Guy.
Notice ABJ forgets the name.
Maybe he could be
black guy.
According to Salty, he's T'Challa.
Yeah, that's T'Challa.
It was an awesome cover, Stan. It was a very awesome Stan. Sorry. Well, here we all know Ryan Gosling's playing T'Challa, so I don't know what that. He's going to be. We're casting him because he can be anything at this point.
Well,
you could even have Black Panther.
Just have Don Cheadle play him
again. Why?
And he'll still be War Machine too, and nobody will say anything.
He can do a heck of an. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Both actors. And you know what? The way you test if somebody's an idiot is if they think they're two different actors.
Or racist.
Yeah.
You know what I really like? I like those two boys they got playing in the MCU. The one's Black Kitten or whatever his name is, and the other one's Iron Tin Can or something. I don't know. Whatever. You get those two guys together, we're good.
Proud and then, you can recast Captain America with Don Cheadle too. You're just gonna have Don Cheadle play all the black characters. You can have him be Luke Cage.
I thought that was Samuel Jackson's job to play all the black characters.
No, well, you see, you're gonna replace. No. We're gonna recast Nick Fury with Lawrence Fishburne.
No, you recast Nick Fury. You recast Nick Fury with Hasselhoff.
You know what would be great? Because and I could see the Russo brothers might try to do it, but they would never get away with it. But I think it would be so good. You ready for this?
Absolutely, you bring White Nick Cage in, or not?
No, Nick Cage. You have White Nick Cage.
Nick Fury. Yeah. Hell, you know what? Nick Cage should play Nick Fury.
Yeah.
There you go. Wait a minute. Wait.
I'd like to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
Yeah. Why am I not in this movie? For
real. His eye patch is on the wrong eye.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying though, here's what you do, right? You have something in like Secret Wars or whatever, where Goliath meets. Okay. So Goliath meets Nick Fury, right? And they like shake hands or whatever. And then you have some other character, I don't care who it is, any character in the MCU shows up and goes, "Man, you guys look like you could be brothers." I would die laughing if they did that.
And Creep comes in with the obscure reference. Jason will get it because Jason's hardcore comics.
Oh, the New Warriors?
I can't wait for the New Warriors.
I don't know who
movie.
Jason is.
Although I like New Mutants better than New Warriors.
Remember? No, but I remember the reason I bring that up, Jason, so much is because, Gonzo so much, God bless. We figured out so fast how to we like the same things. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
At the comic shop?
Oh, yeah.
And we were like,
oh, yeah.
The Warriors thing, just another thing. So again, this is very much simpatico. I apologize. Go on.
Well, I like New Mutants better than New Warriors.
Same. I think as new, they were the better organized team.
And now, did you guys have the New Mutants graphic novel that was the original #1 New Mutants? I still have it somewhere.
What do you mean, that big thick?
Yeah,
New Mutants #1. I think I have that still.
Yeah,
I think I might have that.
Gonzo got back into hardcore comic book collecting. I have not been.
Bro.
My last stack of Wildstorm books, which are the Jim Lee era.
I got 2 long boxes full of comics right now, and I'm planning to get more.
Cute.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Where's your storage unit? He's like, I'm in it. What are you talking about? No.
Exactly.
You know, I have no, I actually my comic book collection isn't that big, but I have probably about 15 or 20 long boxes.
That's great.
And
see what happens is
like a third of them are full of Fantastic
Lady
Four
Death.
and Fantastic Four adjacent stuff.
Oh, right on. I love it, dude. I love
it. But you gotta understand, I've lost or got destroyed. A bunch of those comics were destroyed, and I was replenishing what I had.
Stan Lee's like us.
So
Stan Lee's like us, Gonzo.
Yeah, totally. I just have a few of the dude.
I
I have a bunch of
love
Liefeld, a bunch of McFarlanes. I've got Spawns 1. I got Spawns 1s, 2, 3s, all the way to like
McFarlane. I like McFarlane when he did Venom. And when he did Black
Venom 2, and I lost Venom 1, and I've been trying to get Venom 1 at a you know,
when he had Morbius. Remember when he faced Morbius? That was that run.
Yes.
That was the Todd McFarlane run.
And
it was
this is
Spider-Man in the black
movie?
suit, but it was Spider-Man in the black suit, but it wasn't the Venom suit. It was actually an actual suit.
Yeah, it was an actual black suit.
That's right. And he had to wear it afterwards. He had to wear it. They used it as an excuse. Got rid of it. They used it as an excuse because they wanted to have him in the outfit. So he had to tell Mary Jane, he's like, yeah, I damaged my I don't have any more suits. I have to wear that old black one. And she's like, I hate that one. It was great. And it just gave Todd McFarlane was like, and now I don't got to do any muscles, just black spaces.
Yeah,
Let's go.
just black spaces. Really,
I remember that.
I have a bunch of Jim Lee comic books. I have X-Men #1 from Jim Lee still.
Yeah,
I have the whole.
I assume that's not
Sinister
the
Six
X-Men
series.
#1. You're talking about a
No, the one that was drawn by Jim Lee.
So let's get Jay
in the 80s.
Robert Jr. Robert over here wants to talk to. He says, I'd like to see an Evil Ernie movie if anyone was yeah. So we used to see though. I remember the Evil Ernie books when they that was an indie comic.
I never read Evil Ernie.
So and then Evil Ernie spawned eventually Lady Death.
You know what I would love to see? Okay, here's a deep cut.
Yes.
I'm going to test your comic book knowledge here.
Go for it.
Here's a movie I would love to see someone have the balls to produce. Megaton Man.
Oh, bro, that could happen. You could do either a good Pixar version of that, or you could do a live action. It would take some work, but I'm telling you, a good solid Pixar. You know who would be great in a Megaton movie? John Cena. If anybody was doing live action play,
I'm thinking John Hamm. Actually, I'm thinking John Hamm.
The problem is Cena's already got that like giant torso
and the chin. And the big freaking chin.
Yeah, but I think Cena's overrated. I do.
Of course he's overrated.
He is, but
that's why you bring him in.
The thing is, overrated or not, he fits the bill. That's like saying Jason Statham's overrated. Whatever. Jason Statham slid right into the slot Van Damme left.
But
like,
if they do a Megaton Man movie, #1, it needs to be R-rated, and #2, they do need to bring in their version of the Fantastic Four.
They also need to bring in their version of the Savage Dragon, because Savage Dragon started out as just Dragon.
I was going to say, do you have that comic book?
I do. In Megaton Comics, that's where Savage Dragon started. He was just Dragon back then. And he had a short fin.
Do you remember what their version of the Invisible Woman was?
No, what was that?
Her name was See-Through Girl.
Oh my gosh.
And her superpower was to make her clothes invisible.
Well, yeah.
And so basically she would run up to the bad guy and make her clothes invisible, and they'd be like, yeah, and then everybody else would tackle him.
Of course. Victor brings up a really good point. AI is going to allow us to make animated or live action films of all these characters in the next 5 years. And
that's a very good point.
Yes. I am here for it.
Let's
go.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm ready to see that.
Let's go.
Someone's gonna make Lobo.
What's his face? Salty loves the idea. He thinks it's great.
I don't even know who
what Lobo?
Who do you think? Yeah, who's gonna be Lobo? Salty?
Who's gonna be Lobo? I can't remember.
It's Jason Momoa, because he's gonna be. Oh yeah, I'm Lobo. Woohoo! He's just gonna be Aquaman, except with a different costume.
Actually, no. Aquaman was Lobo.
Well, whatever. It was in the movies.
Jason
Aquaman. Yes, Jason Momoa. He fits the bill. He did not fit the bill as Aquaman. It was Lobo playing Aquaman.
I love the fact
it was Lobo playing Aquaman. That's exactly what that was.
Tried to like suddenly Aquaman had tattoos and began having
Yeah,
longer hair.
yeah,
Like,
no.
what, really, guys, really? You're gonna suddenly make a character who's been blonde hair, blue eyes forever suddenly look like a large Samoan man?
Yeah.
That'd be like if I was suddenly like, "Hi, I'm Aquaman. How's it going?" Who can believe that?
They're like, sure. Need a baker on.
The dead man says that's like the guy on Mystery Man who takes off his clothes and thinks he makes him invisible.
Yeah, that's right.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Like, I can totally see you.
So, man, we lost track of what we were talking
about. Victor Giovanni says the Lobo creator clearly had a time machine allowing him to see the one day Jason Momoa would be who they based the character on.
I mean, that's what they did with Ryan Reynolds.
No, that's not true. He did not base him on that, did he? Oh, really? Is this what we're doing?
I mean,
no, it doesn't.
Dude, he's got to be Lobo. He's got to be Lobo. Oh, salty. There's salty.
There you go.
Come on.
You got your equipment belt.
Salty and T'Pring.
It's true. I can totally see that. So here's the thing. You got to put it aside, though, because at the end of the day, the biggest problem is the minute we put a message up, it's going to be on the bottom. Yeah, man. Jason Momoa was. Oh, yeah, no. I remember that Jason Momoa was it. He was in Stargate Atlantis, and yeah, of course he was in Game of Thrones, but yeah. And by the way, I love the fact that Game of Thrones so clearly hired him and was like, you don't need to say a lot.
No, just be there.
We'll have lines for you so you can grunt something that sounds good, but for the most part, we're good. Stanley would like to know what is on the utility belt, sir.
Wouldn't you like to know?
And what? Mike K says, just got a chance to check in. Is just me, or does Gonzo look like a Tuvix of Salty and Mr. Know-It-All? Wow.
That's
me. That is awesome.
This
is our love child. This is our total love child. Because look, if you look at it, especially the screen this way, it's like these two things
look at
equal this one thing.
That's it. You know what we could do?
Oh, fuck you, Mike. But I like
it. What did he say? I didn't see it.
Mike, he said that we look like Gonzo looks like the two of us merged together. We're a Tuvix.
Well,
he's
not lying. I'm just saying.
I can't deny that at all.
I'm seriously, you get a headshot of the three of us, put it on a thumbnail, start having them like merge together.
Victor says you should have utility suspenders.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, bro. I love you, Victor. Victor's one of mine all day. He's seriously Victor's part of the Know-It-All.
Yeah, dude.
And I love him all day.
Get that suspender utility belt.
Dude, that's for the Mork and Mindy reboot we talked about last week.
You can do the Liefeld pouches on them too.
Yeah, totally. The little bandolier style pouches that are like way too many. You want to go, why does someone need that many matches? Because that's all you're fitting in that little teeny pocket.
Do you know that Liefeld created a character called Pouch Man?
I believe it. I 100% believe it.
No, but I did do one of me and Mr. Know-It-All together.
No, dude, I'll kill you. You're a
kill him. Whoa! Dude, you look a little too fit there, man.
The thing, he's jealous because it made me white in this picture.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
You just hate the fact.
Got him.
You just hate the fact that this looks more like you than any of the AI shots you did.
Oh my god,
that's awesome.
Great.
Robert Rose Jr. says Christopher Reeve is still one of the best live action superheroes, followed directly by Brandon Routh, and I absolutely agree with him. I think Brandon.
Yes, 100%.
I wish Brandon Routh would have.
And they did Brandon Routh dirty. The bad writing, but that's what that was.
But then in Crisis on Infinite Earths, we got to see
but no.
That
I'm still
amazing.
salty. I'm still salty. Nope.
No, I'm salty.
That was terrible. That was terrible what they did to Brandon Routh back when he.
Stanley wants to know, what do you have to ask for to get that?
To get what? Oh, to get that image?
Yes.
You don't want to know.
You know.
Okay.
How many times did it flag it? I'm sorry, this prompt is.
I know, right?
You can't do it.
Okay, I got
How
one
exactly do you write man boobs and have it generate the thing? That's what I want to know.
I did get one that's a little more accurate, so we'll bring that one.
I should. Yeah, no. Jason, okay.
Oh God, you still look too fit.
Hold on.
You're trying to be Omni-Man over there.
Salty and black salty, but not pepper.
But not pepper.
Well, that's my wife. So
I was gonna say that black salt.
Yeah.
Stanley says so. Next week we'll have Daredevil. Is that the
yes?
thing?
We will have Daredevil on
that's
4th.
right.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We are that freaking close.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna get like zero sleep.
Did you hear the announcement that they are gonna do a Punisher thing, but it's gonna be a special, one of their Marvel specials?
They're doing Punisher.
Oh,
as a
no.
Marvel special.
Yeah, as a Marvel special, they're gonna do. And what's his face? Apparently, what's his face is actually
Bernthal.
Yeah, he's actually helping write it.
Oh, okay.
First off, I have glasses,
bro. That forehead. Holy
How many
shit.
Twinkies do we have to eat to get that fit?
A lot.
That's awesome.
That is a lot of
Oh my
Twinkies.
god.
Although, you know what? I never noticed until just now.
What's that?
The fist is both of us merged together.
Yes, look at that.
That's how I see us, Salty. We are our
that's how our
fists are
powers
merged
work.
together.
Yeah.
And that's how I was made.
So by the way, I am absolutely me and Mrs. Know-It-All are absolutely watching this House of David on Amazon Prime.
Yes, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow night.
It looks kind of amazing. Are you guys really? Dude, we should totally talk about it soon. I'd love that.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
It's either going to be one of the best biblical series ever made or one of the worst biblical series ever made.
Yes, I agree.
Sure.
I am so scared. I am very scared.
See, but I have faith. I think it's going to be good.
Do you have faith of the heart?
No, I just have faith. I have faith of the normal kind, okay? Not that nonsense. They need to get Clancy Brown cast as live action Lex Luthor. Stop it. Now you're just dreamcasting again. Stop it. We just got a new Lex Luthor. Okay, he's gonna do fine.
And
that's right. Who's gonna be Lex? Oh yes, he's gonna be
Holt. What's his name?
Yes, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, at least it's not going to be Lex Luthor. The Jesse Eisenberg or whatever his name is.
I was wrong with no. Oh my
magician?
gosh! Yeah, no, the magician Lex Luthor. That's awesome. Yes, magician Lex Luthor. It can't be him.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Well, you know what happened, right? Like you guys are aware of the story. So originally, it was going to be a Ben Affleck Batman movie, and he was hired to play. What's his face? The Riddler. He was going to actually be a Riddler. And he had done the work.
That would have been a good character fit.
So at the last minute, they recast him. And he literally was like, I need you to understand, I've already done a lot of prep and work. This is the characterization you're getting. And they were like, okay. I swear. That's how it went down.
He was like, this is what I got. This is what you're going to get.
So Jesse Eisenberg wanted to be the Riddler.
He was cast for the Riddler. He was originally cast to play the Riddler. They changed the entire script.
I mean, that totally makes sense, though. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does feel like a very Riddler-esque.
Yeah, if you look at him being that, I'm like, that would have worked. I could see it. I could have seen that, especially giving him eccentric suits or whatever. It would have been perfect. Brogu says, I know that you guys may have talked about already, but what are your thoughts on James Gunn and Zack Snyder taking the photo together? Do you think it has significance? No, I think it was just trolling the internet because they knew the internet was going to explode as a result of it. We're like,
and you know
we should totally take a picture because people are going to freak out for ever.
And all it really means
huge
is that they don't hate
photo.
each other.
One more time.
I said, all it really means is they don't hate each other.
Which I know, because he literally called him to talk about the Underoos thing.
But I'm just saying, that's
like,
all
tell
the
me shit
picture
I should
needs.
not.
I mean, people try to read way too much into it. You know?
I agree.
Which I get it. People want it to have some kind of
the Snyder Bros came out in force about it. You see, Gunn can't do anything without our Lord and Savior Snyder. And I was like, whoa, y'all. Everybody just calm down. I was like, everybody calm down. Jeez.
Oh, the comment earlier, it's Christopher Reeves, man. He was numero uno.
Chris Reeves? Oh my god, Chris Reeves was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Christopher Reeve still has a special place in my heart because he embodies that. That's why John Byrne literally based his look of his Superman.
He was able to do both the Clark Kent and the quirkiness of the Clark Kent.
I'm feeling it from Corn Sweat though. What I've seen of him being the way he walks,
I'm hoping
slouchiness. I'm like, let's do it.
It's the Snyder
Victor.
last gasp.
Come on, Victor. Victor knows what time it is.
Yeah, Victor. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping that Clark Kent they grasp Clark Kent the way that Christopher Reeves and
you can't blame Jesse Ives for Grandma's peach tea. It's a true story. No, it's definitely on the writers, plural. So it's rough, man.
You have to remind me of that.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that, Robert. Mark Hamill playing a bad guy might be overrated. Watch the '90s live action Flash. Yeah, he played the prankster.
Yes,
the trickster. He was the trickster.
The trickster. He played the trickster.
And the trickster was basically his proto Joker.
Yes, it was.
He
sounded just like the Joker.
He was not proto.
He was the discount. Yeah.
Well, no, I say proto by the proto version of the voice that Mark Hamill would eventually do.
Right.
Because he hadn't done it yet when he did that. So when that's our first time seeing that kind of look. And then when he goes to be the Joker, he just becomes that, and it's perfect. It jibed great.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark Hamill.
I love everything about Mark Hamill that's not off screen.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mark Hamill on screen is pretty good.
The 90s Flash. So me no other. The 90s Flash is my favorite Flash. I remember when I saw the advertisement, and it was the first time I told my mother, "I'm not going to sleep on Thursday at 9:00." And she was like, "I'm a kid." She goes, "Why? What's going on?" And I said, "The Flash is going to be on television." And she went, "Okay."
I was stoked.
You can watch it.
My father was stoked.
Bro.
My father was stoked. I was stoked.
It took 45 minutes to get him in the outfit, but once he was in the outfit, I was like, "Ah!" And then it was it's funny. Later on, everyone loves the current Flash's effect. I thought the 90s Flash sound effect. I thought the speed effect, even though it was the video toaster back in the day.
It did well.
It was so legit.
Hey, don't be knocking the video toaster.
No. Trust me, the video toaster was where it was at back then. But I mean, that was brilliant. That was I wish when they brought the 90s Flash into the current show, in the current TV Flash show, I wish they would have left his sound effect and his actual speed effect, and not given him the same lightning-y thing that they gave the other one. No, man, give him his old 90s sound effect, and that
would have been really good.
Oh,
yeah,
it would have been so perfect to just think like that was actually encapsulated. I was like, yes, that would have been so good. Sorry, I just love that Flash. That Flash is a special place in my heart. The '90s one.
I
still have that soundtrack.
Lost our minds.
For real,
you do.
Oh, bro, it's way better than Ezra Miller. I hated Ezra Miller's Flash. I really did.
He's not Flash. He's not Flash.
Sure
Flash. I don't care what anyone says. He's not Flash.
I actually don't hate Ezra Miller's Flash.
Real quick, that whole universe is gone. So you're right. He's not Flash.
He's not Flash.
Never say gone. You know how crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, Marvel is bringing back old characters from dead properties, so never say gone. Plus, we got to see George Reeves and Christopher Reeve. In glorious crapovision.
And Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is Superman.
Yeah, man. The
Cage.
Superman Lives, I think, is what that movie was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of the documentary, The Death of Superman Lives.
I'm so glad it never came out.
Why? That would have been so epic.
Because it's Nicolas Cage. He can't play everything.
Bro, First off, yes, he can. Second, everybody talked that way about Batman. Everybody talked that way about Batman. Everybody was like, "What? Mr. Mom is going to play Batman? That's crazy." And then he shows up and shows us something that we all believe to this day is still iconic.
And Nicolas Cage can play. I want to see Nicolas Cage in Hamlet.
Okay.
I feel like he totally could do it. I feel like he was legit. I feel like he would totally. He would.
Yes, we're talking the long hair Superman.
Well, that's what he was going to be. Was the long hair Superman?
Yeah.
He was the '90s Pedro Pascal.
He was.
Yeah. Oh my God, he was.
It was. He was in
It should be Reed Richards.
That's great. You know whether the problem is, so it says AI will make Nicolas Cage, man. Yeah, the problem is that Nicolas Cage has said himself he does not want to be ever put into AI. He's like he feels like it takes like a piece of your soul. And I'm like, bro, calm down. Calm down. Okay.
Well, we are talking about Nicolas Cage. So
You mean it takes a piece of whatever money you have in your pocket?
I feel like I don't care if this is a typo. I feel like this is how you have to say it as Nick Cage. Nick Cage, Superman. Like you say it with the pause in between, okay? Way to go, be no other. Thank you. That was awesome.
Yes,
yes.
That's right.
Superman.
That's right. That's awesome. People were complaining about Heath Ledger as the Joker. Oh God, no! Stop!
Oh, we're gonna go there now.
Don't get into this. We went into this conversation. Salty believes that whole Heath Ledger performance is way overrated, and I can't deal with him on that. Stop it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr.
I
Noah
have thoughts.
Handle this.
I do believe Nick Cage is going to end up being our Ghost Rider in Secret Wars.
And I want to see the full-on Cage transformation like we did.
I didn't like Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider.
You are no longer allowed on this channel, sir.
That's right. He's
I didn't like him.
Literally, we're
Dude,
like,
he was freaking. He was.
I'm sorry. Where's that voice coming from?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay.
It's the Lord.
That's right. Oh, jeez.
Nick Cage sucks ass as Ghost Rider.
Hold on. Planet X.
No, Nicolas Cage is Jesus Christ.
Listen, if you're going to be the Lord, if you're the Lord, Planet X has some questions he'd like to ask. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, totally steal.
Hold on.
But hey, you know what? If the chick from Wicked can play Jesus, why not Nicolas Cage?
Victor says it was a great performance, but anyone can do a totally authentic Ledger Joker impression. So is it impressive? I don't know, man. I feel like almost anybody these days can do a Mark Hamill impression. I know I can't, according to Gonzo, but whatever.
You did okay.
So, he's such a.
All right, so what is your best impression, Mr. Know-It-All?
Oh God, I don't know, man.
His best impression?
Don't tell us who it
is. I'm not doing impressions.
Don't tell us who it is. Just give us a quick sample of it.
I'm not doing it.
You got to pay him for that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, come on,
nonsense, bro. No,
Come on, Mr. No. What's your? I'll do.
I'm saving it for my Patreon. So
shut up. Let's hear it. Come on.
By the way, I did start one finally. I'm putting reaction videos between me, Mrs. Know-It-All, and also now Gonzo on there. So if you guys want to go to, it's literally, all I have is one.
Oh, sure. So you got Gonzo helping you put stuff on Patreon when you won't show up for my stuff.
So he doesn't ask me to be up at 3 a.m. What do you want from me?
You didn't tell me to get up at 3 a.m. I would. Punk.
Hold on, give us a Thanos. He's like, I feel you could do Thanos.
Oh no!
Well, he already looks like Thanos.
So the issue with Thanos is you have to walk it. I do Thanos. You have to walk it through several things, and it's not as easy as it sounds.
Come on, let's hear it. Come on, let's hear something.
It's not your best one, so do it.
It's not your best one. He's like, it's not your best one.
What I'm saying is, don't do your best stuff for free on here, man. You gotta go to Patreon.
Wow. They gotta go to. Oh my god! Ewan McGregor, Ewan McGregor played Jesus in a movie. What movie? Seriously?
Oh.
Did he? No way! I gotta find that. Did he really?
Yeah.
Ewan.
That
McGregor.
sounds so familiar.
And thus, there is a phantom menace.
Called the Holy Spirit.
Ewan McGregor as Jesus. Last Days in the Desert. Last Day in the Desert. It's a variation of biblical story of the temptation of Christ. The film stars Ewan McGregor as a dual role of
doing
Jesus,
the 40 days, 40 nights.
referred in the film as Yeshua. Hold on. You get the whitest man on the planet to go by the name.
They get the name right.
Yeshua, I know.
Although,
that's terrible.
First of all, I don't know what your problem is, Mr. Know-It-All. We all know Jesus was white.
Yeah, Jesus was not Bee Gees Jesus. Jesus was Israeli. He looked more like Netanyahu. Okay,
you know what? I've seen the paintings. Jesus had blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've seen the paintings
because I'm sure Michelangelo or whoever sat down with an actual Israeli person, or was probably just like, I'm just gonna look in the mirror. I painted what I see.
And if you believe that one, let me tell you another.
That's right. I have some wonderful property on the side of a mountain.
Besides, we know he's white because the Bible was originally in English.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Can somebody
Victor,
smack
I
him,
didn't
please?
know this. Victor goes, yes, people used footage from that to do their fan-made Obi-Wan trailers.
That's
because
funny.
he's wearing the little hood while he's walking through the desert.
Does he go,
that totally
hello
makes
there,
sense.
to his disciples?
No, that was after the resurrection. He reveals himself. That's awesome. The painting.
Does he look like a Force ghost after the resurrection?
Wow.
Oh no!
He stands there with his hands inside his little his sleeves.
And Yoda's next to him. I was said,
oh, Victor coming in with the jokes. Shalom there.
Shalom there.
From Yeshua, the incredibly culturally accurate version of this.
I am
guy.
Yeshua Wan Kenobi.
That's awesome. Hold on. Blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus. Finally, historically accurate movie. Says
yes.
Hold on, or as Dead Man puts it, going back to On Task. You haven't read the Bible until you've read it in the original Klingon. Let's go. Welcome back. I love that so much.
Okay, so since we're talking about Jesus and the blasphemies of Hollywood, what do you think of the fact that the Wicked Witch from Wicked is now going to be playing Jesus?
She's only playing him in Jesus Christ Superstar, and that's not necessarily historically accurate or necessarily biblical. So
Jesus Christ Superstar is fake. So
yeah, it's fake news.
Fake Jesus.
Hey, once a month.
It's
once
wrong.
A month,
Wrong.
Once a month, that is my father-in-law's church. He will sit there in the living room, drink him a six-pack, and watch Jesus Christ Superstar singing every note. And he is so good at it. But the funny thing is, he's got this gravelly voice, but he still carries a note somehow. And I'm like, how are you doing this? How is this happening?
Who does this?
My father-in-law, once a month. He loves this movie. He loves it.
Wow.
He'll sit there. He doesn't drink anymore, but once a month he'll get himself a six-pack and he'll watch Jesus Christ Superstar. And he'll sit in the living room and just enjoy it. The film, the one that was filmed like out in the middle of the desert for real. And they just like it's unbelievable. Yeah, he'll watch it. He believes this. He loves not believe it. He loves this thing. Oh my gosh, ABJ asked a great question. So is this a trans Jesus? You know what? Why not? They're already blaspheming everything else. Why not?
Jesus is transitioning from, human to spirit form. So, yes.
So maybe during that transition, he became a black bald woman?
Yes.
That's weird.
That makes perfect sense to me.
That's weird. That's weird. I'd rather he became Bee Gees Jesus. And yes, that makes me racist. I don't know what he was saying. So the original, here we go. The original Wicked Witch is supposed to be black. Look at the drawings of the Wicked Witch in that original Wizard of Oz novel. I feel like I'm going to move past this comment because I don't know why. I feel uncomfortable having read it.
Why?
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds like
no, but the thing is it's not because literally she's a green silhouette.
Yeah, she's green.
No, it's a silhouette.
He's talking about. Oh yeah, you're right.
It's not even actually. There was no definition.
I was gonna go
the original book and then the original movie poster is a cutout. Of
it's just the silhouette.
Yeah, it's not. They didn't add the actual lips until later when it went to Broadway.
Oh, you're talking about the actual
Broadway
Wicked.
Okay. I actually, it's funny because and the reason that the only reason I don't like that actress is because of her reaction to the fan-made version.
Yeah, same. No, that turned me off on her completely because my thing was you are so self-absorbed that even in a thing where people are trying to love you more, you got offended. I'm done. Yeah. I'm out. I checked out that moment. I'm sorry. Cynthia Erivo? I'm good.
Yeah, that you got to love your fans. If you don't love your fans, you are nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get it that, and by the way,
unless you're Planet X and you're asking uncomfortable questions, then, we got no room in our hearts.
Planet X is the kind of guy that I want working.
Planet X is awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look. Unless you have some sort of a super chat go function, just stops kissing up. Okay. Because he's giving the super chats to everybody but Salty. That's all I know.
Well, I don't have, because we're not on my channel, because
I know.
You purposely leave off the one channel.
Withdraw.
You give me money.
Let's change it up. But you need it for your other thing. Or get a paid account. You can get multiple channels then.
When we get a paid account.
You're the bot rocks thing you're using. You can actually pay to get multiple channels, and it'll go to multiple channels then, and it'll let you have the whole thing. It'll reconnect your super chats. I've looked into it because I was considering trying to.
What do you mean?
Like
if now you got me completely confused.
You can add channels to it so that this way your account will be able to be accepted money on different things.
Yeah, but people would still have to go to that channel to do the super chat. I'd
No,
rather.
they can. Yes. No. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would rather that we get Nerd Fights.
But the thing is, we don't
monetize.
Well, good luck. We're working on it. I think I've got like 65 subscribers, but everyone's over there either on Exposed or Salty Plus.
Well, we need to work on it.
Sorry there, you guys. Everyone gets to see all this back, this housekeeping, but
Children.
Okay, so
the original Captain Pike played Jesus. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Jeffrey Hunter?
No.
He played Jesus in one of the epic films.
Let me go look. Jeffrey Hunter Jesus. There it is. Wow, look at him. Yeah. He played Bee Gees Jesus. They literally made him look like the painting.
Yeah.
Like legit, he looks like the painting. It's kind of crazy.
You can share
that's
screen,
right.
Oh yeah, I can. Sorry. Let me get rid of this. Well, because I have the other thing on here still, but I can get rid of it. Give me a second. No, not that way. Share the screen. Here it is. And now I go back and add it to the thing. You like this little color commentary everyone's getting?
I'm gonna get a little bit. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Play.
There he is.
Yes.
Ta-da!
You can click on that image. Yeah, there you go.
To others.
He does look like he's right out of a painting.
He literally does look like that's legit. That's him. And he looks like that's wow. I feel like somewhere there's a Catholic school with this literal picture on the wall. Exactly. I swear, look at this, bro.
But that is what Jesus looked like. I don't know what your problem is.
No, totally.
And why are we looking at that?
I don't know. That was Jesus.
That was Jesus.
I think that was Satan there.
Wow. That's okay.
Easy,
okay. I get the super chat, so whatever.
Yeah, well, you're making me mad.
Oh, hey, so Deadman has a good question here. Jason, why don't you read this question for us?
Who's Jason? I don't know who Jason is.
Sorry, Gonzo, read that question.
I have a serious I was watching your show the other day, and all of a sudden, it just